business is the business, and they look at it and go, well, that's not coming from the point of view that we kind of like things to come from. Do you think there's like that thing, too, where, you know, they like things to come from a certain point of view? And
do I think that? I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, oh, my God, of course it is. There's such a fake rebel, you know what I mean? Like, they create these fake dragons and then slay them all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a fake world, and then they're like, we're going to go up against it. Yeah. And what are you going up against? You know what I mean?
You created it.
Yes.
Like, how are you fighting?
Conflict. But they want to see themselves as edgy. You know, everybody wants to show, and they're like, we want to see ourselves as going against the power. Even speaking truth to power.
And I know he's not wrong because of the notes we would get. Like, in Tough Crowd, the notes you would get would be all in line with that. Like, you know, they let us be kind of rough on Tough Crowd. They let us get away with a lot, but the notes we would get were always...
The only reason they let us get away with it is because we blitzkrieged them. We surprised them with what that show was going to be. From the beginning, it was almost like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And so it was really just trying to plug up like a dike the whole time. You know what I mean?
We did blitzkrieg. That's a great way to put it. It was
even we didn't know where we were going.
You and Patrice and me and Nick, and it was like Geraldo and fucking like everyone's fine. What are they going to do? Beep the whole show? Like, they couldn't edit the whole show.
No.
Right.
Yeah, they just had to find a way to get rid of it because it was even we didn't know it was going to be like that. Really, I mean, we knew we were just going to be ourselves, but we didn't know.
The reunion was fun though. Like the one time we did it felt really good. Yeah, man, that was really fun to do.
It was fun. Yeah.
You ever think of doing it on Netflix or?
And since the most
that question's ever come up?
How many people on Twitter now just say that? I feel like they're just doing it to annoy me. Thank God. Yeah. But when people do seriously bring it up to me, like some people still do, like, you got to bring that show back. It's like, I'll say it one more time. You fucking idiot. I don't have the power to go to HBO. Shut your fucking mouth.
I did text Colin after and say that we should do a few live shows because that was really good and it was fun. It was a really easy time.
Why'd you choose to take that off the air?
Well, let me just see if I have my text with Colin because we haven't texted a whole lot since then. I texted him because it really did feel good with myself and Colin, Bobby, and Keith.
Skankfest.
And Nick wasn't even there. Yeah, it was...
I heard you caught some shit from DePaulo for DePaulo not getting invited.
My friend sent me a screenshot. What's that?
Nick wasn't invited? I didn't...
No, he was invited to Skankfest and he said he was busy. So then I told them, get him for this. So I guess they either didn't call him because they were like, well, he said he's busy for Skankfest, so fuck that, you know. So it was obviously a slight misunderstanding. But of course, Nick, my friend, sent me a screenshot of his face when I called into his show the next day. And it's like, how come I was invited? I'm explaining to him what happened. And his face is the fun. Just the fucking hate in his face. He's like this. While I'm explaining what happened. Yeah, it was the funniest, most hateful face ever.
Well, you know, here's the text I sent to Colin. It was 12:31 a.m., like a night later.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Night owl.
I know we've discussed it, but we really should consider doing a couple of live shows somewhere, Tough Crowd reunion shows, maybe 1,000-seater or 600. This could definitely generate interest, and it would not be hard for all of us. It would not be hard for all of us to sign up and do it. It'd be so much more fun than booking a theater show and just doing a 1-hour stand-up. You know, just say we could all split the market. It'd be fun to do with the guys.
Did you get a response?
7:30 the next night. I'm on the crashing set around the corner.
Nothing.
Not
a goddamn word.
Now, in fairness, Colin may have been in bed for getting up for an early call. But I do.
Yeah, but then he had the whole day the next day.
Yes, he did.
I mean,
that would have been my next point. Yeah, that was part A. Part B was he did have the next day.
Plus, he responded to you, so you can see the text above when you're writing a text. Like he knew the text was there.
I guess. My contempt for entrepreneurial Jimmy came through.
Yes.
Jim's like, if we did 1,000, it's just I hate people that say shit that I obviously, like, that never occurred in my head. Like,
we could do it, though. And, you said that we should go out. You said that we should go out.
But I was being polite.
Yeah, I know. But we should do that. We get a few guys and go out and do it. I think it'd be fun to see if it means anything. Why not?
It really is.
How hard is that?
You're about sick of these goddamn
No, but he's not. He knows I'm right. He knows I'm right.
It.
You get a few topics or whatever. You go do a live show. We do a fucking hour and 15-minute show.
Oh, he's already producing.
Yeah, throw a few topics in there.
Yeah, get a couple of but the segments were a little harder. The whole analyze the guys segment. We could have them a little bit.
The reason it was actually great that day was because like you said, I was even like, we have no fucking topics. This will probably be a bomb.
Yeah.
And then we have to analyze these people in the crowd. And everybody kind of stepped up and came up with like, you know, one of the great things about Tough Crowd, which people don't discuss that much, I feel like, is the,
hello?
Hi.
Come on in.
is the fact that a lot of it was, does anyone notice my fucking tea and my thing never came?
No, I don't
Oh
see-
my God. Well, it's only been 45 minutes.
Wait, where's his tea?
You're
leaving his tea in the other room? They were told not to bring food in for guests, not to bring food in for a while.
What?
That was the because.
Wait, there are rodents in this building?
No, here's what happened.
Now.
Voss kept eating on the air, so we had to make a rule that we couldn't give guests food.
Yeah.
What?
And
Because we get penalized because Voss
It's the Voss. It is the
And
Voss
Mark
rule.
Maron one time ate a whole spaghetti dinner into the thing.
He did, but
because guys don't think.
It's the Voss rule.
Thank you so much.
You told me you couldn't drink tea without breakfast. It hurts your stomach.
You're
I
right.
was going to wait.
Oh, you know what? Young Anthony was actually following
Thank
the
you,
directive
Anthony.
there. Yeah, I can't shit on Anthony.
No, I'll have a nice lukewarm tea.
Well, why don't you bring it's
Bath
Colin? Why don't you
water,
bring him
too.
his food?
Here's how
Bring him his food,
hot
too.
this tea is. Look at this.
Look
That's
at
true.
you just
He's got
dipping
his
your
dick in
finger
it.
in it.
Yeah.
I got my finger in this whole fucking time. You. That Tough Crowd was how much improvisation when the whole point of TV is everyone prepares. They all pretend they're being spontaneous. They'll pretend. Tough Crowd was 50% off the cuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Not many things are ever like that. And that day was the only thing I missed was the fact that we were so off the cuff.
Right.
Yeah, and attacking each other, and it's like people who didn't get the show go, "What are they making fun of each other's shirts?" No, you fucking idiot. These are people who are just friends, and this is the way we interact with each other. It's not.
Yeah.
It wasn't about a bunch of guys talking about the issues and then digressing into making fun of each other. The whole base of it was that we fuck with each other and make fun of each other, and we were talking about these
Yeah,
things.
that we're being a live, authentic fucking thing for better or for worse, and everybody claims that that's what they want.
The one thing that I would change about Tough Crowd is I felt like some of the guests were disrespectful. The host would sometimes have trouble stammering over his words.
That
And a
is
lot
true.
of times the guests would be disrespectful.
It shouldn't have been mentioned.
And there really should be a relationship where the guests kind of look up to the host.
Yes, I agree.
And I didn't get that vibe at all from the original.
No, I was a stuttering fool in many ways. There was a lot of It would be interesting to see now, but it was also trying to corral that crew was not easy. I'm in my defense.
Right. No, you're right. You're right.
You're talking about a bunch of people with egos of their own and their own point of view and will trying to get this stuff in there. You know, it's like 4 or 5 people. It was a nightmare.
Yeah, everybody interrupting and fucking jumping on each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked, but it was once in a while.
Yeah.
It would get a little clumsy.
It's the same thing on radio, I'm sure. When you guys have a bunch of us in, you know what I mean? It's funny, but then people at home are like, I couldn't understand half the shit.
Yeah, so anyway, let's do a couple live shows. Let's put it together.
Have you thought about doing it on YouTube?
Well, if you do a couple of live shows and people like it and go to it, then maybe that's a way to do it.
No, of course, but I would,
Let's do it. Couple live shows. Use the music.
I don't think so.
Why not? It'd be fun.
You got your own live shows to worry about, don't you?
Well, I have my own shows to worry about, and I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it.
Yeah, we do a couple of. We'll book 2 or 3. I mean, I'll do it for a weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I was watching.
Once again, thank you.
There's another tea.
Once again,
nice warm tea.
Just infuriated that he goes, we'll do it for a weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like, that's like a groundbreaking comedic idea.
Well, I'm trying to, lead us into getting
Thursday,
these shows.
Friday, Saturday. Ooh. Are those good comedy nights?
I can't do Sunday because of radio.
Would you not have thought of that?
No. I never would have came up with that.
So let's do a couple of weekends.
Look,
we'll book a couple of. We'll book 4 shows.
You could do it at a boardroom table or something. Right?
What? No, you can't because
Sam, don't minimalize our Tough Crowd reunion tour.
Yeah, I'm trying
We're not
to
doing
text
a boardroom
him.
fucking table. What does he mean?
No,
by
he
that?
said we could discuss this at a boardroom table.
Oh,
Meaning you don't need to do it on the air right now. He's like, what do we do? Like a Thursday? Do you want to do a Thursday and a Friday?
No, but it is
Like,
good to do now
he
because
brings up a good
he
point.
does not bring up a good point because when we try to do it off the air, we don't get texted back. He brings up a terrible point.
Oh, because
Some
you
of
have
us-
him trapped.
Yeah, because he's on the set of Crashing. Sorry, Judd was giving me notes. Asshole.
I love that. You're like, we should bring back the show you created.
Yeah.
And Colin's like, don't have time for that. I'm hanging out with Judd.
Well, Colin wants to bring it back on some level because we talked about it. It was very fun. All of
course
us
he
were very
does.
sad at the end of it. It felt good. We enjoyed it. We want to do it again.
Of course he does.
That was quite a compelling argument.
Yeah.
Sure was.
We enjoyed it.
We did. We missed Patrice and, Greg,
Right.
but it was
Right.
still fun to do.
It was fun. Everybody misses it.
Just your sales pitch alone makes me not want to do it.
You just spit your food as you were talking.
It was the most cliche, horrible. As funny as Norton is, as original and funny and distinctive as he is, when he tries to be like a businessman, it's the most banal, boring.
You're not wrong, but however,
like a hack of a
business hack.
Yes.
Norton's sincerity is.
But just the fresh ideas he comes up with, it'll be enjoyable. We'll do it on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I'm trying to sell an idea.
I know,
Let me defend myself.
at it.
I'm not good at it. No, but afterwards we were all enjoying it so much, and you even said like, "Yeah, we can." You were caught up in the moment, and
I was caught up in the moment.
Yes, and then I try to propel us and go, "Let's book a couple of gigs," and I get no response.
None.
So now I have to go back into my sales pitch. I did try to propel us in that moment into a few.
That's
gigs.
fair.
I just feel like going back to, I mean, maybe some incarnation of something, because I love the spontaneity of that day, but, you know what I mean?
How about we
you
go
don't
and
like
do
going
it?
back to the well?
It just feels sad to me to go back and go, hey, tough crowd. You know.
We'll just do it. And how about we'll do a couple of topics and the crowd can throw a couple of topics and we'll just do what we want to do. I mean, if there's fucking 5 of us on stage, we can't be funny for an hour. We should be fucking drummed out of the business anyway.
I think Colin seems like he's worried about it. If he goes back to tough crowd, he'll feel like he's not evolving. What's next?
No, that's not what it is.
You don't think so?
No. It's just a whole project to put together. It's not about evolving, but it's a fun thing to do. He wants to do it.
It doesn't seem like he wants to do it.
He does want to do it. He enjoyed it.
He seems like he wanted to do it.
Despite my hack use of the word enjoyment. He had fun. I don't know how to say that.
Seems like he wants to concentrate on his new work and wants people to say, like, how about stop talking about it? You don't think so?
No, because he'll do this new work, too. They're not mutually exclusive.
No, they're not. They're not exclusive, but...
I'll tell you this, the whole audience right now is finding out why we made the Voss rule. Bagel chomping Colin.
You really are chomping into that bagel. You're delicately peeling it. How is that bagel, by the way? Is it warm?
No, it's terrible.
Oh.
Where are you going?
He's getting something out of his bag.
Oh,
hopefully it's a gun.
Just to show how truly fucking phony in he is, he said, yeah, we'll do Tough Crowd Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Instead of just saying Friday, Saturday, he throws Thursday in.
Well, I think there's more money on the Thursday. If we can do 2 shows in one venue.
Jim stinks.
I'm just trying to think of making some quick money. It'll be fun. Easy.
Quick
Doing
money.
a few topics.
Quick money.
So, how long have you been...
Well, you have to admit, you're bored going out by yourself. I'm bored going out by myself.
I'm not bored. It's lonely going out by yourself.
Well, okay, sorry. Well, that's boredom, loneliness.
Is it? Maybe somebody needs to go see a shrink.
No, it's kind of the
Boredom
same.
is loneliness. It's like, are you in pain, Jim? No,
but
I'm just bored.
When you're lonely on the road, it's usually
Jim's
you're
sitting
bored.
in his house, 4 years old. None of the kids will play with him. Mommy's like, you're right.
All the kids will play with me.
You're just...
I think everybody who loves Jim wishes that he was lonely.
And like, hey, you can't say I'm boring.
That's one thing you can't call me is a lonely boy. I'm a lot of things. Lonely as a kid was not one of them. It's the most popular cocksucker on the East Coast.
Monster Rain is still one of the greatest games ever played. And that goddamn book is still, I was telling somebody about it the other day, how they have to read Happy Endings. Might be the funniest book ever written.
Oh, thanks, man.
I mean, from the beginning, I'm just doubled over. The fucking brutal honesty in that one.
Thanks, man. But let's do a few
Tough Crowd's
gigs.
not happening, no.
Okay. For live.
The Tough Crowd tour is not happening.
You got a hard no.
All right, I tried.
You got a hard pass.
For the fans, I tried.
It's on the record. You tried. You got a hard pass.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yes, it was fun.
Was fun.
And Lou, I can answer your question right now, Lou. It's a girl. Let's put Lou on.
Because it's a girl?
Yeah, we don't get many girls calling to talk about Tough Crowd.
Oh. Lou.
It's a girl, yes.
Oh. Lou from Pennsylvania.
It's Lou.
Lou.
It's Lou.
Hello.
Hi. Colin, I just have one suggestion.
What?
Bringing Tough Crowd back. Podcast.
You ever thought about that, Colin?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Tough Crowd podcast.
What about a Tough Crowd podcast, Colin Quinn?
Come on.
Come on. Let's do it. I'll tell you this, Colin. I've been doing thank you, Lou. I've been doing a little market research, and I think people would enjoy it.
Here's why it wouldn't work. I hate to be the bear.
You could put it out on
why it wouldn't work?
You could put it out on a Wednesday.
Why would it work?
Because it was. It's what podcasts are, is what Tough Crowd was. It was kind of like just free-flowing and stuff, but that's what podcasts are now. So it wouldn't stand out as a podcast. It stood out as a show because no one was doing that.
So it'd be one of those things where
What kind of a salesman is he? He just talked us out of the idea.
No, I didn't. But yeah, right, it's not. It wouldn't work as a podcast. No one give a shit as a podcast.
What do you think, Colin? You think people would care?
About Tough Crowd?
Yeah,
as a podcast? I mean, the name maybe, but would Comedy Central even let us use the name? Or let you use the
First
name?
of all, they fucking better let us use the name.
Ooh.
I came up with that, goddamn.
Yes. Yes, but I'm an ass in matters of business. They better.
They better, or else.
What are they going to do? Fucking sue us over the name?
Probably not.
So no podcast then?
Mm-mm.
Why?
No, Lou, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know. I just...
Nick in Detroit has it figured out.
All right.
He's got the business figured out.
All right, good.
Something we haven't thought of. Nick?
Hey, how's it going, boys?
Hey,
Colin,
Nick.
how you doing? You're a legend.
Hi, Nick.
Colin, I got this really fresh take, man. Have you ever tried to take it to Hulu or one of those other internet websites?
Oh, Hulu.
God damn it.
That's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad
Thank
idea
you,
at
madam.
all. What about Hulu?
The most infuriating... I hope you're being ironic, Nick.
No, he meant it. It's a great idea.
I think it's a good idea, too.
Hulu's a great idea.
What about Hulu? Have you thought of that?
How about Amazon?
First of all, let
they
me
do
explain-
TV now.
Let me give everybody a reality check.
Sure.
Everybody listening right now.
Right.
There is no network, no place, no streaming, nobody would do a show correctly and be that brutally honest. Those days are all over.
YouTube would let us do it. If YouTube Red or whatever, yeah, we could do it somewhere.
Nobody would.
What about
Nobody would.
InfoWars? Okay, Rob in New Jersey has the thought. Rob, you figured out.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, bud.
Hey, if Colin's too busy to do it, his Jimmy's improvisational stage show, I'm sure we could get Drew Carey and Wayne Brady for it.
I'm telling you,
did that?
those guys are fun together.
What if we had Drew Carey hosted, Wayne Brady was a panelist, and we could just take suggestions from the audience with Tough Crowd?
I mean, this guy, I don't like the fact that he's basically mocking us and our improvisational skills. He's saying that's what we're going to end up deteriorating. Imagine we think we're going out with Tough Crowd. We're going to be edgy. And in 6 months, we're like, anybody else have any ideas?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's sing about a toaster. The toast comes up in the morning.
Or leading each other into bits, like Byron Allen. Yes. You're just leading us into our scuba diving bits.
That's what would happen. We'd have to. Once you came up with a good bit, you'd have to keep it going.
Colin, you're from New York. You've been here a while?
Yes.
That would be, by the way, that would be a funny segment on Tough Crowd.
What?
To point at one of us and make us do one, like a specific bit. Yeah. Like to say that bit you do it now, and you got to do your shitty bit, and how humiliating that would be.
That was the best thing about Tough Crowd, too. I mean, my dream was to always have us have, like the more, like Jim was a great sport for that, too. Like I made Linda confront him about the fact that he was trying to fuck her, so he was being, like, talking about Martin Luther King in these empathetic ways. And she came on and confronted him, and he took it like a man, like the way we're supposed to take it.
Right.
Like trash each other, and he just stood there and yes, I guess my motives were questionable. But I do like Martin Luther King. And it was just, everybody was just like all the off things that happen on camera, like in our real lives.
I've got it. Make a Tough Crowd app. Did you ever think about that? Make your own app.
Well, you can write in, and the winner of the day gets us to tease a topic.
Right. Apps are big.
They are.
Apps are real big. You can put it on your phone. You could even put it on your iPad.
I don't like the way you just shot down the reunion idea. I think the idea of the tour would be fun.
No, he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to do
a couple of gigs.
He's doing one in every crowd.
Split the money. You get more than us, we'll split the rest. Come on.
No, it's not about the money.
I know. D. Monet. Do it in fucking Philly. Maybe start it in Philly.
Have you thought about that? Philadelphia?
We can all drive there. There's no airfare. No hotels if we don't want to.
Oh, it is driving distance.
If we did do it, Philly would be the place to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
It would be fucking fun.
And
it would be, we get us all together. Me, you, Nick.
Dave, actually, maybe
Bobby.
Something even better than doing it live. Dave
Boss,
in San Francisco
Keith.
has an idea. What's up, Dave?
Yeah, I think it's Nate from San Francisco. I think you guys should do a live show in all the major cities like New York, San Francisco, Philly, and you can make a compilation on Netflix. I've been a huge fan for a long time.
See?
I think seeing both sides of an argument was what made that show great. It wasn't just all controversial negativity because you had Patrice yelling at people with different ideas, and it was just the best show on TV at the time.
It was very honest. To hear race discussed between Nick and Patrice and everybody being funny and honest.
Yep.
And, there was times Patrice would win, and there was times Nick would win, or Geraldo would win. Everybody won, and everybody lost points. And that's what the fun part of it was. It was just an honest show.
What if you you did the Tough Crowd live show, you filmed it, and then you put it at vossroast.com. And you could... just as one idea.
That is the go-to place for edgy underground things.
I got the call the other day. What's your address? I'm sending you a check.
Yeah, I got to hand you the check.
Ooh, wow. The residuals are coming in.
I refuse to give him my address just on general principle.
Yeah, I got a little cake, little cake from Voss.
That was a good example of people,
brutalizing each other on it. It was really funny.
Best roast I've seen.
Yeah, it was really good.
So great. So great.
So all right. So we're getting Colin to teeter a little bit on the idea.
I think we're going to do it.
Philly would be a great one. It won't be a hard show to put together. We film them.
Yeah.
And if it means nothing, then we've done 2 or 3 gigs for no reason. Who fucking cares?
You'd have Chip Chipperson on Tough Crowd. I mean, you talk about a combining of 2 worlds. 2 worlds collide, a collision.
Yeah. Well, Chip we'd have to get Chip out of the way, because if somebody yells Chip during Tough Crowd, there's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I fucking Chip, all right? That's not what this is. I'm sure Nick would not handle it well.
No, he would not. No, he would not. But I'm glad.
One of my favorite moments during the Chip podcast was when Uncle Paul came out, and he didn't even have to say a word. And the whole crowd just knew and started laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, at the live show. Yeah, yes. In September.
Yeah. They loved it. But see, I mean, these live shows, actually... they
are very popular.
While we're talking about...
nowadays,
While we're talking about big ideas, Mike in Chicago?
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Hello, Mike.
If we're not going to get a Tough Crowd reunion, I would like to see the much talked about Colin and Bobo road trip.
Oh, yeah, I mean, God. I feel like we just, everywhere we go with you, Colin, we're just leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
But that's also never come to fruition. I would think it would be a Netflix series, something like that. The Colin and Bobo Do America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colin and Daniel, you'd have to call it.
Colin and Daniel Do America.
Yeah, he's like Rico Rizzo. He doesn't want to be known as Bobo on Netflix. He wants to be Daniel.
Have you thought... Has that gone forward at all?
No.
No, it has not.
No, that was of its time.
I see. I see. That time has passed.
Yeah. I mean, that was during my creative period for Opie and Anthony show when I was, I came up with the Lady Di intern.
One of the best bits ever. That was all Colin.
A good bit.
Oh, was that great?
She came in like a amazing.
She came in ready to work.
And who was it, America Ferrara?
Yeah, Ugly Betty, yeah. Yeah, she was in the bathroom. I mean, that was one of my favorite weeks ever.
Oh, and Di would shit with the door open?
Yeah. Yeah, so Lady Di comes in, and she shits with the door open.
Did you like her as an intern?
I mean, it was probably, as a producer at the time, might have been my favorite week. Colin coming up with that idea gave me so much to do. And then, you guys would be doing interviews. I remember you had, one of the Game of Thrones guys on. And I went, Di, they need you in there. And she would just walk in the middle of the interview and go, what are you on? And he's like, Game of Thrones, it's on HBO. And she'd go, I don't have that.
Remember you gave her a makeover.
Yeah, we gave her a makeover and painted her face like the jigsaw puppet.
I miss Di.
There was stuff we couldn't even do. She went to the bathroom and she went in the stall, but we found out after
she was puking in the sink.
She would puke in the sink, and then she would shit with the stall door open, and she would get naked in there. And we didn't realize America Ferrara, TV's Ugly Betty, was in the bathroom, and I just saw America Ferrara walk out, and she went to her publicist and goes, does Sirius know that there's a homeless woman in there? And it was poor Lady Di.
Yeah.
Not only that, but when
you should have said, hey, she happens to be an intern on our show.
When she was shitting with the door open?
Yes.
She was murmuring, gotta get it out.
Gotta get it out. Good for her.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's profile. That's profiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woman's out there trying to do a job.
That is true. She was judged by her outfit.
Yeah.
Trying to motivate herself, get back to work.
You're not gonna put up with any of this nonsense when you're
on the tour now.
When you're a married man, though.
Right.
All that ends. correct?
All this hijinks.
All the hijinks and nonsense. You're going to be made into an honest man.
Yes.
Yeah, good. You're finally going to get your bearings about you. And
that's the best part. We'll do the tour, and that'll be good for your wedding. The money, a little extra money.
Oh.
A little extra money for the new...
That's true.
So right now you're just kind of looking around for how am I going to pay for this wedding? Is that where you're at?
Well, weddings are very expensive in Manhattan. It's ridiculous, actually.
By the way, how about...
get married on the island. What are you doing? Have a nice Long Island wedding.
Leonard's of Great Neck.
Go to number 6. He has a good idea.
Okay, perfect.
Chris.
Oh, of course. Chris the teacher always has good ideas. What's going on, Chris?
Hey, boys. Good morning, Colin. Love hearing you on the radio, pal.
Thanks, Chris.
Listen, I mean, we don't have to wait for the networks. Why don't you get your powerful friend Jerry Seinfeld to create his own network to carry Tough Crowd?
That's not a bad idea.
As if Colin wasn't annoyed enough by all the Tough Crowd references. Maybe a Jerry Seinfeld
Well,
reference.
Jerry helped with the first one.
He did.
That's right. He did help with the first one.
He helped get that done. His name was attached to it, and he was coming in and doing... We were doing test shows in the office. Remember in the office, we would all sit around in a circle and do them?
Yeah.
I bombed on every fucking test show completely. Horribly, until we were actually in front of a live audience. I bombed.
Yeah.
Oh, terrible.
Was there any thought, like, did you have to go to bat for Norton because he kept bombing? Like, were they like, I don't know if we want this guy on? Or did they not?
No, I had to go to bat for all of you. Nobody wanted any of these horrible people. I mean, Norton was probably in the mid. No, I think they liked Norton. I can't remember, but they hated Patrice and Nick the most.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the powers that be, because they were like, they don't have a lot of charm. They don't have a lot of personal charm. Like they wouldn't meet the executives and be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Right.
They would just kind of treat them like they were dogs.
They'd be abrasive.
With disdain.
Yes. Disdain is exactly
disdainful, abrasive.
Yes.
Horrible people.
Vicious. Yeah.
There was a big conference room, and we would all sit around, and I remember Seinfeld doing one of them, and it was just so awkward because the executives were watching, and we didn't know what it was, and it was such fucking... God, was I bombing.
You were. And you kind of make it up as you went, even in that scenario.
No, but you had the topics and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember me and Keith Robinson shared an office, and was it Geraldo
I
and
hired
Nick?
them as writers.
Yeah.
Which was my first mistake.
Colin and Ken
I
over.
literally fired them all before the show started.
Did you?
As writers. I said, you guys can be performers, you can't be writers.
Yeah, it was one of those things where
Very
they brought in
disrespectful.
Sherrod, Brian Tucker. I really wish that I had my original Colin Quinn Tough Crowd sweatshirt, that burgundy sweatshirt. It's one of my greatest sadnesses that I lost it.
You didn't put it in your mementos box?
No, but I do have the duffel bag. I still have the Tough Crowd duffel. And every day I look at the dumb 200th episode bobblehead they made for you.
Oh, yeah.
I have that on my
Do you have a mementos box?
No.
Where do you keep your mementos?
Your little keepsakes.
I toss them out, most of them.
You don't keep your keepsakes?
I have a couple, but...
What do you have?
Do you have that
I think
200th episode?
I have a Tough Crowd signed by everybody in the staff and cast, a picture.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only Tough Crowd thing I have.
What else do you have? You don't really keep that much stuff.
I don't keep that much shit.
I got 2 pictures from Tough Crowd. They gave them to me from the office after the show went off, that they would hang like around these 8x10s. One is me and Patrice on the couch, and one is me and Keith on the couch. I love both of those pictures. That's all I have from it too, in that bobblehead.
Do you have anything from the SNL days?
No.
Nothing.
No.
Not a sign?
No, I mean, I had this one little thing, but it's gone. But I mean, no, I'm not really into that kind of stuff.
I have my
I
sign.
feel like you can get it online.
My first Tonight Show, the sign of the Tonight Show, the first part of the Tonight Show, I took the sign off the door with my name on it. I kept it. Like, you don't do that stuff?
No.
Okay.
While we're spitballing ideas for you, what if you did a tour called The Real Weekend Update? And you just went on tour and did your version of what should be on the Weekend Update now.
Well, yeah, but you have to spell REEL and film
Yeah.
it. That'd be great.
Yeah, The Real Weekend Update.
All right, let me just explain what's going to happen on the Tough Crowd tour. First
Tell
of
me.
all, everybody, we're not who we were 15 years ago.
That's true.
Right?
A little older, a little wiser.
A little wiser, but everybody's a little bit more of a fucking diva too. So everybody's going to be
Right.
like, wait a minute. It's got to be like this. So we're going to have a couple of assistants to take care of all the little minutia shit that we all used to take care of ourselves.
Right.
No?
That's okay, yeah.
Booking, transportation, okay? So let's go to Philly, okay? We show up in Philly. Everybody wants a hotel room, right?
Yeah.
That's 6, 7 hotel rooms.
Sure.
Now we have the venue. Who's going to take us to the venue?
Promoter will. It's so simple.
Who's a promoter?
Hold on. You get a promoter, you get one road manager, a guy like Kenny, if he can do it. He takes care of all travel and hotel rooms. He coordinates with everybody. Simple. Why do we tell the promoter, hold on, we tell the promoter we need a van to take us to the venue? The promoter has a vested interest in getting the performers to the venue.
I got a better idea.
They will get us to the venue.
I can simplify this process.
It's only worth it if we film it with Kenny.
Okay, Nick. I'm telling you, but that's very simple stuff. We all get a hotel pickup. We all go to the fucking venue. We do the show. We come back, and then we do what we want. If we're driving, we all drive home separately, or we all sleep in the fucking hotel room. Nobody cares.
Here's what you do. You want to avoid all that? You do the Tough Crowd tour.
Right.
You bring back Tough Crowd hosted by Colin Quinn. Here are my guests. Nick Mullen, Joe List, Mark Norman, and Tim Dillon.
Oh, yeah.
And that's Tough Crowd. That's the way to
Yeah,
handle
welcome to the
this.
Tough Crowd New Blood Tour.
Yeah, that's what you
You're
call it.
100% right.
Tough Crowd, the new blood.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm ready now.
Right.
That's what was holding me back.
That's
These
what you
goddamn, you know.
Yeah, these divas, these
relics.
anchors on your ankles. Not going to happen.
Exactly.
No.
Stavros.
Exactly. Bring the Cumtown boys on.
By the way, Stavros, nothing's more infuriating to me. I understand everybody's his lack of tooth in the middle of his teeth.
It's upsetting.
It's infuriating.
Yeah, I asked him about it at Bobby's house.
Oh, God damn it.
Just
Please.
get it done. It's not your thing now.
Oh, no, it's horrifying.
Well, so what do you think of my idea? We'll go to Philly.
Oh, my God.
Get a
I
nice
like
venue.
Sam's idea better.
Yeah.
What's Sam's idea?
Get some new blood.
I don't like that idea.
Get the new blood.
I don't like that idea.
Everybody's seen the old one, you know?
Fucking Sam Morrill, fucking Dan.
Yeah.
Sam Morrell. Sam Morrill.
Who's better than Dan Soder for
Oh, my
picking up a dead spot?
Get Dan Soder in. He'll do all
great.
the voices and everything.
Yes.
Charming. Girls like him. No marks.
Yeah.
Imagine what Joe Mackey will come up with.
Yes.
You know, Sam Morrell is just throwing shit at Joe Mackey. Joe Mackey's throwing it right back. I'd go to that show.
You'd hate it. You'd hate their podcast energy. You'd hate their common bond podcast energy. Like if you had Nick and Stavros, or if you had Joe and Sam Morrell. Anybody who does a podcast together, Big J
What if you did this?
and Dan together.
You get Nick Mullen.
You have to get them from different podcasts.
Nick Mullen, Stavros, Joe Mackey, Sam Morrell. You call it Tough Crowd Battle of the Podcasts.
War of the Casts.
Yeah, cast war.
You'd hate it.
How about this? We get those
Cast War.
guys.
Tough Crowd.
We get
Cast
those
war.
guys and just Nick DiPaolo. What is this shit?
Yeah.
Guys, is this fucking ironic? I fucking go for this kind of shit. You'd be so.
Perfect. He'd be so pissed.
Is it supposed to be a fucking clever fucking line? Fucking bullshit.
Oh, I love the idea.
We're gonna do it. I'm gonna
Love the idea. Sam has done more to destroy the idea than everything I've ever done.
However,
but I like the end of it. I go, I love the idea.
I love it. I think we're all on the same page now.
Joe in New York, great idea. Number
Okay.
3, go to 3.
Let's go to
there you
Joe.
go. There you go. Number 3 is
Joe in New York.
Joe.
Yes, sir. Pleasure speaking to all of you.
Yes.
Okay, if you're looking for a service, Compound Media. He's not throwing your ass off.
That's true.
Okay, Tough Crowd on Compound Media. Are we signed?
Yes, we've heard that. I've heard that.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh.
But when he's right. They're the one place that wouldn't throw it off.
They would never throw it off.
No.
So why not do it? Or you two wouldn't throw it off. I mean, it's just guys making fun of each other.
Because I don't know. I'm just not. I just can't imagine doing it as a show, as a regular show.
But we try it a couple of
it.
times, a couple of live times. We try. If it doesn't work, we don't release it. We don't like it. We don't release it.
Yeah.
So worst that happens, you get a couple of live show. But if people see it in front of a live venue and it's killing and it's funny and it's an hour, maybe actually a half hour. We fucking do have fucking.
Do it for a week.
People don't like it, we don't do it.
Do it for a weekend.
I'll be honest.
Bring on Mike Cannon, the young guys.
Even the one thing that I liked, which was like the improvisational skill, Nate from San Francisco fucking ruined that when he started calling us an improv show.
When he started calling you Who's Line? A modern day Who's Line?
Well, you were selling it as improv.
Well, this would be great, though. You go on.
I blame Nate, not myself.
No, you were saying your favorite thing was improv, so Nate was just trying to run with that. You were the one who mentioned
Nate was trying to destroy me with that.
You go on the Tough Crowd tour, okay? And it becomes a big success. You just watch. Within a year, you're hosting Let's Make a Deal. You're vying for the Drew Carey job.
You're doing fucking car commercials?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I have to navigate around a tough crowd, I drive a Ford.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think that really happened. The first Tough Crowd around, I remember here's how deluded I was about that show. When it first happened, they were replacing Craig Kilborn on, or now before.
No, John was already in there.
It was that late show before Craig Ferguson. I'm saying. No, I'm talking about that late stupid show. You know that late show that James Corden does at Craig Ferguson?
It was Craig Kilborn, and then
replacing somebody right around
Scottish guy, right?
And I was like, they're gonna ask me. Obviously, I'm gonna turn it down.
But you were next in line.
I said they're gonna beg me to do it. Just a Tough Crowd. They're gonna obviously want somebody to host.
So Tough Crowd was over.
Tough Crowd was just ending. I was like, and that show was just getting a new host.
So what were they saying to you? Like, what broke down those negotiations?
They literally showed their list of people that were. It was like 15 names. My name wasn't even one of them. I was like, what?
You didn't make the top 15?
I didn't make the top. Just the speculation idea.
Were you shocked?
I was. I thought for sure. I said, I'm a host. Perfect show. I said, I'm not going to do it because it's in L.A. and I really don't want to do that right now.
Not for me right now. You really
never even was even considered.
It was never presented as an option.
Commercial. Never. Nobody wanted anything to do with Tough Crowd. Tough Crowd was in many ways a... like I said, one of the things about it, we could have done things different, but one of the things about it was it's everything that people claim they want.
Yeah.
Which is authentic,
honest,
spontaneous, honest stuff. That where you're watching TV, but you're like, oh, these guys are without a net. Like they're really saying whatever is coming up. They're not preparing to make sure it's funny. Sometimes you bomb.
Yeah.
When you bomb, you get called out on it, including even the host.
Especially the host.
Yeah.
You were there every night.
Yeah. But yeah, it was in the long run. People say they want things until they see them,
Yeah, and it's right. Everybody says they want, like this alternative to what's on television, and that was an alternative to what was on television.
Yes.
Do you find it, like you were talking about the way that, I don't know, 3 shows or something ago, you were talking about this country dividing. And clearly, and clearly that's come to fruition. Do you find it now that you're doing the show difficult to try to get the audience to get on board with the fact that you're not necessarily one narrative or the other? Because Jim and I talk about that all the time when we're doing this show. It's pretty clear that the audience, and not everybody that listens to this show, but the general audiences are sitting there.
A large percentage
waiting to figure out which side are you on. I talked to one, I think maybe on Thursday, one of the comics that was in said that they were doing stand-up, and somebody came up to him after the show, it might have been Mark Norman, and said, I thought you were funny, but I didn't know whether to laugh or not because I couldn't tell which side you were on.
Wow.
And it was like, that
sounds like something a comedian makes up.
You think so?
To make himself seem polarizing? Yeah. I'm not saying he did, but, the guy called me. He didn't that doesn't sound like an audience member has never said, I couldn't tell which side you were on.
You've never dealt with that?
No, that's like the type of thing you make up about yourself because it makes it seem like that's why they didn't laugh.
Right. I see. There were other reasons.
Yeah.
No, I like when the old school comedians would go telling the crowd in the middle of their act. So this guy comes up to me after the show. He goes, "You are hilarious," and then that's
sure.
They have to make
and
sure
then starts the joke.
And the crowd's like, "Hey, yeah," but yeah, I could believe that. I could totally believe because people do say stuff like that to me a lot.
Right.
As far as that, so I believe,
especially you, because you're talking about the country. You're talking about all this stuff. Like, do you find that there's this time in your show where you have to figure out how to get the audience in without announcing, hey, this is a pro-Trump, hey, this is anti-Trump, hey, this is...
little bit, yeah, but it's also, I feel like, my show is kind of about that right now. I'm doing part 2 of the other one.
Right.
And I feel like, obviously, it's more shocking to people when you attack the left. Obviously.
Because they don't hear it.
They never hear it.
Right.
So it's much more like, whoa, like this person saying that than attacking Trump or anything on the right.
Attacking Trump for a comedian is dangerous.
You think so?
Yes.
It's nice to see that rebellion, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That'll get you in trouble. That's brave.
Yeah.
But, so I would say there's definitely one of those, like it's a weird, it's in a way it's great because that's what stand-up is. You want it to be kind of weird, but it's just sad how the country is really almost over.
I think that's the idea for a Tough Crowd. We could have guys with liberal ideas on one side and conservative ideas on the other side.
It's a good idea. Actually, an even better idea. Jack in New Jersey has a good thought. What's up, Jack?
Hey, Colin, how about having a tough crowd float in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Huh?
We're all just teasing each other from corner to corner.
And it's a good
All
way
the
to build a
alumni
buzz.
can be dressed as pilgrims and Indians,
I love it.
whores and tinkers, and each one will have a mic, and they can walk alongside the float and confront people on issues.
I love it.
And Colin is in the middle. He's dressed as the turkey. Like, what do you want from me?
Remember the Thanksgiving episode we did? We all had the fucking headdresses on. St. Patrice and a big dumb Indian headdress.
Yes. Nick, that was not helpful.
You don't think of Macy's? Because it would build a nice buzz. Oh, the show must be coming back. Oh, I remember that show.
No, he's right. It would be a good buzz.
Right.
Imagine all the people like, hey, all these like nice soccer moms. Oh, what's going on with this show?
Us good-naturedly poking fun at each other, keeping it clean because we're on the float.
That's right. Would you have too much cornbread last night? Somebody helped himself to the stuffing.
I'll walk on them like, oh, there's the tough crowd float.
Yeah.
Those guys are coming back on NBC.
We'd have like a special sign made up. Tough crowd, check out these turkeys.
I think it could be good.
Yeah, that was really unhelpful, Nick.
Right. So when in Philly, we'd have to coordinate our
I don't know if I would have even
schedules.
taken that call if I was running this joint.
We have to coordinate our schedules because there's yourself, Nick, Keith, Bobby, me, Voss. There's 6 of us. So how would we do it? Because you can't leave anybody out.
There's no women on the show.
Oh, that's a good point.
Can I get Judy Gold? Maybe Bonnie was never on, though, was she?
Yes, she was. That's where she met her betrothed.
Is that
she
right?
Probably has traumatic memories.
Yeah, it's true.
Of the day she darkened the doorway and met Voss and go, hey, this guy's kind of cute.
Get Bonnie and Judy Gold.
You're right. You know what? I didn't think of that. Yeah, but I was saying for the first episode, I wasn't thinking of the diversity.
6 people are not going to fit on the first episode.
No, I know. But this guy, we used to tag team people in. How do you do that?
Right, that's up to
we
you,
also have to
Colin.
extend the episode because it used to be 30 minutes on TV, so it was a 22-minute episode. But if we're doing an hour, having 2 other guys might help.
You're not a TV producer. The way you're
but I'm talking
your
to the
officious voice is really annoying me right now. Like,
however, he knows
22 minutes. It's a 30-minute episode. We do 22 minutes. So it's not a 30-minute. It's a 22-minute episode.
Well, I mean, on TV, it's a 30-minute episode.
It's a live show. Shut up.
Colin knows I'm right. He doesn't like the fact.
I don't like the way his hands are right now. He's acting like he's a corporate.
They're exactly like Colin's hands. Our hands are
Right.
exactly the same, by the way. Look at Colin's hands and look at mine. Our hands are exactly the same.
They're both your fingers are interlinked.
Just replay the past 2 minutes of him talking, and you're going to hear a guy doing a bad impression of a network executive.
No, what you can hear is a 50-year-old man that's trying to avoid the belt who's like, come on, guys, let's go out there and do a gig.
Right. Well, actually,
let's have some fun.
There are some helpful ideas coming in.
Good.
Oh, geez.
Sal on Staten Island?
Oh, God.
Sal, you there?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I was just thinking, if instead of going to Philly, why don't you guys go to Manch Vegas and you could film in the PFG studios with Scorch?
What do you think if we got Scorch to broadcast the big reunion? That could actually be good.
I love it.
Maybe Scorch could come on and do a cameo or something.
Yeah, his cameo has nothing to do with it. It's just like kind of his own idea of what's good.
Hey, guys, I thought we might take a second to
this is right after your apology.
No, you're
24 hours after your apology to
Scorch.
Spin the wheel.
The caller brought it up. I apologize.
He publicly apologized to Scorch.
I did. I made a public apology for my betrayal to Scorch.
Well, yeah.
Yesterday.
It's good.
So, and I would like to apologize again. It's my one betrayal in this business.
It's not your one betrayal in this. It's your first betrayal in this business.
No,
it must be tough growing up on Staten Island with a name like Sal. I'm still out of the loop.
Why? They're all there named Sal.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, look, I think clearly it's right there for you. Money on the table.
We'll figure it out. The fans have been, you know what? Terrell in Tennessee.
Yeah, that's
not
right.
a bad idea. I want to go to break, but I want to talk to Terrell first.
Okay.
I'm hungry.
Terrell, what's your thought?
What about this?
Yeah.
Y'all launched the biggest comedian of all time, Kevin Hart.
Right.
Won't you go to him, ask to be on the Laugh Out Loud network?
Yes.
No. You know what? The LOL network is one thing, but what will be worse than me as a businessman is Kevin as a mogul making a decision. None of us want to go in and look at Kevin at a table, scratching his chin, debating whether or not he'll hand us our careers back.
That's a good point.
You'd really enjoy it, wouldn't
That's
he?
a damn good point.
None of us.
Wearing like $800 sneakers with his feet up, his little baby feet up.
I love y'all. I love y'all. Shut. Nobody wants that.
Yes.
I would
want your
literally
love.
rather.
We want your money, Kev.
I'd rather fucking die in the TLA in Philly in front of 300 people because no one's interested.
Exactly.
Okay.
Kev, we don't want your love. Cash! Give us some cash, Kev!
That's a damn good idea, the LOL network.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
That's a fucking good idea.
It would be putting
Kevin in charge.
It's okay.
Well,
Kevin's
but that's
already...
how it goes. There's no way around it.
It's good to have. He's
better him than some idiot that doesn't get comedy.
Hey, did De Niro and fucking Ray Liotta get mad when Pesci was getting made? No, they were happy because they were going to be made.
That's right.
No, De Niro got mad when Colin was at his
That's a good
birthday
point.
party.
He did spoil it.
Yeah.
So I think that we should go to Kevin, hats in hand, and go, look, I know we're not as important to you as we thought we were, but how about a little help on your network?
That's right.
And also as part of the pitch, be like, it could be good for both of us, the network and the show. We'd like to do a Macy's parade float to kind of promote the fact that we're coming.
Now listen, guys, I'm leaving you now.
Why?
I got to do another radio show and then go to
What radio show is more important than one of your best friends?
Cardiotherapy.
So what? Don't say cardiotherapy after the other radio. What's the other radio show?
Pete Dominic.
I know where he is.
Jim is looking at you disgustedly. Do you see the contempt in Jim's face? Just looking down
and
upon you.
then this fucking piece of shit tries to throw in cardio. Like, I'm going to forget that he just said another radio show.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, my health.
I do have cardio.
I believe you.
11, right across town.
Oh, cool.
What time is it that you have cardio?
11.
So you can leave here at 10:45 and make it.
No.
10:30.
It's on 838 and 2nd.
Well, don't yell at me because I don't know the address. It's the first I'm hearing of it.
Well, NYU Langone. Everybody knows about that.
Clearly, you'll be in the building for the length of one more segment of this show.
He will.
Wow.
So why don't you go over there?
Does that
no.
hurt you as a friend?
No, it hurts him as a draw. Why don't we take a break. We'll come back in 5 minutes. Colin does a little more with us and then goes over to just Pete for 15 minutes. What are you going to do, an hour over there about politics? You fucking bored you'd be? Well, I know the Trump. Nobody wants to hear that.
Nobody
You're just going to
does.
get yelled at for not killing Trump.
Nobody does. We just gave you all these ideas to really put a kickstart into your career.
You guys gave me the only one that came up with the fucking idea was Terrell from Tennessee.
Yes, he did.
We needed some hick from Tennessee to come up with the idea that works.
Terrell is a fool. But however, it was me nudging. Somebody was elbowing you and needling you the entire show. I brought it back up and took the ridicule, and then took the ridicule like a big boy.
Stop acting like it's on the air. It's not going to happen.
It's gonna no. But we're gonna do it.
We're going to do one shitty
live
gig
shows.
in Germantown, Pennsylvania. Not even in Philly.
We're going to do it in
shut
Philadelphia and maybe one other place. Kevin's going to film it.
That's right.
And he's going to probably want more money than we want to give him. And then he's going to put it on LOL. I'm telling you, that's a great idea, and I hate that we didn't think of it. But I'm glad we didn't think of it because he would have poo-pooed it.
He would have.
What are you trying to say? Just because Terrell came up with it?
No, because we all heard it spontaneously together. You didn't have time to poo-poo it because we were all hearing it and equally excited.
Are you excited, Colin?
No.
Yes, he is.
He seems excited.
He put his glasses on and started checking his calendar.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.